Okay, so you mentioned something about athlete. Now, I do, for one, view drivers as athletes. I don't know if they're all athletic to what some people standards would call athletic. Can they catch? Can they shoot? But still, I think there's skills that basketball and football players wouldn't have in a race car, right? So the athlete is there. What do you do as an athlete to prepare yourself before every race day, whether it be your skills, your training, your eating? What is Amber's weekly regimen for an athlete training to race in the NASCAR series?
Yeah, for sure. I'll take you through it. So, I kind of compartmentalize. I have like this own championship formula I created for myself, and I feel like if I kind of stick to that, then I'm on the right track to achieving the results I want to achieve. And it looks something like, so we'll break it down to fitness first,
All
physical
right.
fitness. So cardio and strength training. I usually work out twice a day, cardio and strength training. Then in that, I have sensory training, which is kind of mind training. So in the cars, we're going, close to 200 miles an hour. Things are happening fast around us. We need to be able to react quick. We need to peripheral see what's going on in front of us, right in front of us, like far in front of us. And so I work an hour and a half a day just on sensory training with a driver trainer. And then I do about hour and a half to 2 hours worth of physical fitness. So that's what I do for training on the physical side. Then for practice, we can't really just go on a track and practice like you could with throw a football on a field and catch and practice normally, because it costs us thousands and thousands of dollars to practice. And there are a lot of rules and regulations in our series that doesn't allow us to practice. So drivers utilize this simulator called Iracing, and it's essentially a video game of the exact replica of the tracks that we'll be going to, and that's where we can kind of visually learn the track, kind of get an idea of what our throttle, braking points, shifting points, all of that will be on the track. So the track that I'll be going to that weekend, I pull it up on iRacing, get my reps in there. I usually spend an hour or 2 hours on that a day. Then we go into obviously nutrition. I eat really good. My husband's a football player, so he we're on the same schedule and plans. Yeah. And then for more of the mind training, in addition to the sensory, I read 10 pages of self-development book every day. Right now I'm reading Limitless, which is about learning faster, opening up your brain capacity to be able to learn quicker, faster, and better, which is what I want to do this year, because all 20 tracks I'm going to this year are brand new to me. I've never been to before. So I need to adapt and learn really fast. I'm trying to think what else I do. Visualization. That's part of kind of training and knowing what the track's going to be like, feel like. I watch a lot of video. So past races, in-car video of drivers from past races, and then the past races I'll be going to. So my next race is Talladega, so I'll watch the last 5 years of Talladega in my series. And then on top of that, I have notes of all the tracks of what the surface is like, what's the banking degree, how large is the track, like every detail of the track and what the car, other people's past notes of what the car did, what adjustments they made, like
It's crazy.
I could go on, and then so we do that before the race to learn the track, and then after the race debrief of our day and how practice went, how qualifying went, how the race went. So it's funny when people are like, "You're a race car driver. You race on weekends. What do you do all day?" I'm like, "I don't know. I call it my time."
Like a lot.
Yeah.
Like
On top of
on
top of interviews and sponsorship negotiations and all the business side of it as well. So yeah, there's a lot that drivers and crew do to prepare for these races.
Right. So
in addition to going to the shop and getting fit in the cars and working with your crew and having your meetings and all that kind of stuff.
That's what I was going to ask you about next. So how big is the disconnect from not being able to practice on the track because of regulations and guidelines and financials to when you actually get on the track? What kind of disconnect do you like? Oh, you know what? This is way different than what I even prepare in a sim. The notes, watching, like this little bit is different.
Yeah, that's the thing is you can do all these things to prepare, but at the end of the day, being in a race car going 180 mile an hour is completely different than anything else, right? Like you're not going to get a real feel for it, a true feel for it unless you're in the
Right.
car. And that's why seat time is so important in racing because the more racing your racing is your practice essentially. The more races you can do, the better you can hone your skills. And when you're not in the seat all the time, it's really hard to hone your skills. And that's why the last from 2017 to 2021, me being out of the seat so much really impacted my ability to improve my skills. And that's something I'm still like fighting to try to get as much seat time as possible. Now that I have a full season sponsorship, it helps me have that confidence to be like, all right, I screwed up this race. I got 18 more races to go to make up for
Right.
it. So I'm very thankful for that. But it is hard going from doing all those little things and being once you're in the car on the track, it is completely different. But there's kind of that 1% rule, and if it's going to make me 1% better, then I'm going to do it.
Thanks for tuning in and watching another video here at Wolfpack Performance. Check out some of my other content on Formula One issues, our topics, and our DIY products on how to customize your vehicle. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.